This kid ran away from home during World War II. He lied about his age to join the army and became a hero. There was a young Jewish boy living in France during World War II. His name was Joseph, and he lived with his parents in a small village. His father was a tailor, and his mother, well, she owned a small shop where she sold fabric. They weren't rich by any means, but they were happy. That is until one day when Joseph came home from school and found his entire family gone. All that was left behind was a note from his mother saying that they had to leave and that he should do the same. But little Joseph didn't know where they went or why. All he knew was that if the Nazis found him, they would kill him just because he was a Jew. So he did what any resourceful kid would do. He stole some food, grabbed his mother's note and ran away from home. He walked for days until he came across a group of soldiers. They were part of the French resistance, and when they saw the scared Jewish kid, they took him in. When they heard his story, they gave him a uniform and let him join them. Of course, he lied about his age and said that he was 18, when really he was just 12. The leader of the group was a grizzled old man named Pierre, and he took Joseph under his wing. He taught him how to shoot a gun and how to fight the Nazis, and after a few weeks of training, Joseph was ready to go out on his first mission. They were going to take out a Nazi officer who was staying at a hotel in a small village. Joseph was so excited to finally be going on a mission, but he was also a bit scared. When they arrived at the hotel, Pierre told Joseph to stay hidden while he went in to get the officer. Everything went according to plan, and soon they had the officer in their sights. But as they were taking him away, some German soldiers showed up and a big fight ensued. The mission was a success, but not without casualties. As Joseph looked on in horror, he saw Pierre get shot right in front of him. And in that moment, the young Jewish kid knew that he wanted revenge. He took the gun that Pierre had given him and charged at the soldiers, shooting them left and right. But there were just too many of them, and soon enough, Joseph was captured. They took him to a nearby village and threw him in jail. The next day, they brought him in front of a firing squad and told him that he was going to be executed. As he stood there waiting for the bullets to start flying, he thought about his family and how he had lied to them about being a soldier. He had wanted to help take down the Nazis, but now it looked like he wouldn't get the chance. And that's when he saw it. The same Nazi officer that he and Pierre had captured earlier. The officer was being led to the gallows. It turned out that he had betrayed them and was now going to pay the price. As Joseph watched, the officer looked at him and smiled. It was the last thing he ever did, because before anyone could react, Joseph pulled out a grenade and threw it. The explosion was deafening, and when the smoke cleared, all that was left was the crater and the bodies of the dead soldiers. Joseph had become a hero, but he was just a kid who ran away from home. This is the end of the story, and if you liked it, please subscribe for more content.